there, today we're gonna do a review of the Able Carry Bottle Sling. Here at Nomads Nation, we have been reviewing the world's best EDC and travel gear for the past 7 years. So in this video, we're gonna tear this thing apart so you can know if it's worth the price. We're gonna pack the Sling out, show you what water bottle sizes it actually fits, and at the end, I'm gonna give you my brutally honest pros and cons and overall scores. And if you're not quite sold, this is the Sling / bottle keeper for you. You're gonna wanna stick around to the end of the video where I'll make some alternative suggestions that you might like more. Let's get into it. Let's talk about the gist of the Able Carry Bottle Sling. Able Carry is a carry brand, as the name suggests, and they're from Hong Kong. In fact, they're from like this neighborhood. They should be over there somewhere. Hello, Able Carry. And they're known for making really functional EDC and travel gear. This is kind of their first foray into more outdoorsy hiking gear. Now, it should be noted, I am a city rat. I am not the world's most avid hiker. I know you're gonna look at some of this B-roll and be like, why, Aaron? I'm not the world's most avid hiker. But you will be happy to know that I've actually been hiking a bit more recently. Here at Hong Kong, we have Victoria Peak. It's the tallest mountain in the region, and I've hiked to the top of it about 15 times this year. And about 10 of those times I've taken this, okay? So suck it, haters. Aaron's a hiker now. So I got a lot of things to say about this sling, but first, let me run you through some of its top features. World-class materials, this nylon ripstop, beautiful. We've got a quick access pocket in the front with a key leash. Little side handles. These could be lash points to clip things onto. Stash pocket in the back. Shoulder strap, which is, in fact, removable. And a main compartment that has no additional organization, but it does have the water bottle cinch effect, which in my experience works quite nicely. As of recording, the bottle sling comes in 4 color options. It's protected with Able Carry's lifetime warranty, which based on us reading the comments, Able Carry does a really good job of honoring that warranty. And for all that, it runs around 52 USD. Now that price point is gonna be our North Star for deciding if this bottle sling is worth it or if it's not. But it should be noted, if at any point during this review you think it's totally worth it and you're thinking about grabbing one, we highly suggest doing so with the first link in the description. 2 reasons why. First, that link makes sure that you get the best price, and we oftentimes have discount codes. But second, that link also helps support the Nomads Nation YouTube channel and team, so we can keep making the best bag reviews on the web. Thank you very much. Let's talk about the outside of the Able Carry Bottle Sling. First up is the aesthetic, and I think that that's gonna be one of the biggest reasons why you are buying this. I'm not saying that it's unfunctional. Is that even a word? It works fine. Like, it holds a water bottle. But you know, you can get a water bottle sling or holder like this for a significantly cheaper price. The question is, do you want your Sling water bottle fusion to be really sexy and feel great, and also have a killer lifetime warranty? Because this thing is beautiful, right? All Able Carry gear just looks amazing. The ripstop golden nylon on this bag just gives it such a nice vibe. I love this color, I love this fabric. Nylon is perfect for a hiking water bag like this. It's gonna be abrasion resistant, it's gonna have a little bit of weather resistance. And what's cool is that at the bottom, you can see Able Carry has provided some water leakage holes. So in case your water bottle cracks or you just forget to close it, we've got a little bit of release that can happen right down here. Very appreciated. Now we're gonna talk about the 1, 2 pockets and the main compartment in the next section. In the meantime, these side handles though, not a big selling point for me. I never used them once. I guess they give you extra points of leverage to move the bag around if need be. But also I think most importantly, they're external lash points. So if you want to clip on something to the outside of your bag, let's say you have like a little hand sanitizer, you want to keep the hands nice and clean while you're on these hikes. I'm a hiker, I get that. That's what these are for. Really nice webbing. But let's talk about the comfort of this bad boy, because I think this is possibly where it's lacking a little bit. Not that it's uncomfortable. Guys, this thing is small, right? But we don't have any shoulder pad going on. It's just the nylon webbing. I will say this nylon webbing is as premium as it gets. It's silky, it's got a sheen to it. This is like a Rolls-Royce seatbelt material. Like if you've ever been in a Rolls-Royce, I haven't, but I assume the seatbelts are made out of this with a gold clip that clicks you in. And yeah, more or less it just gets the job done. I've noticed that other water bottle slings like this will have maybe some padding, which I think that when this is decked out with a 30-ounce water bottle, you just got a lot of weight pulling down on you, so I could have appreciated that extra padding. But aside from that, from the comfort perspective, the hardware allows you to adjust the strap to your size. And as I said, it's easy to remove, and I believe this is Duraflex. Yeah, this hardware is from Duraflex, guys. So again, this is where the $52 that you're paying, this is where it goes into. The looks, the best of the best with hardware, and that lifetime warranty. Ooh, also one final note, Able Carry's logo, nice and clean right here, very subtle, monochromatic. Love that. All right, that's about it. Let's get into the good stuff though. Talk about the inside of the Able Carry bottle sling. Front pocket here is protected by a rain cover, which I did not appreciate. There's not a lot of space on this front here, so the zipper is quite short. So it's just a little bit of a tight pocket to get into already. And then you add this rain flap on top of it. It always felt like it was a struggle to get things out of this pocket. For me, when I was going on my hikes, it was just a good spot for my wallet and AirPods. So you can see my Bellroy wallet slides right in there. Headphones, easy peasy. This also YKK zipper, hell to the yes. Little paracord with a knot at the end, easy to open and close. But with that rain flap, you're gonna get caught on this fabric sometimes. I don't think that was necessary. I think that if they removed that, it wouldn't look as nice, I understand. So we have a little bit of, in my opinion, form over function happening there. Overall, I found myself just kind of wanting to avoid this pocket though, because of how tight it was. Unlike though, the other pocket, which is just a sleeve. This pocket was a joy to use because you're wearing the bag. It's just a great spot for your phone, right? I got my iPhone 13. You can see it slides right in there and just easy access, right? I know I'm like, you're trying to get into Mother Nature. I'm not trying to be on my phone, but just in case the wife texts or want to Google something real fast, you know, the phone, quick access right there. But no matter what you put there, I just like that pocket. It was much more of a joy to use for me than the front pocket, even though we're lacking security, right? Because the zipper pocket, your gear's not going anywhere, but this back pocket, not quite as secure. But let's talk about the star of the show, guys. This is a water bottle sling. And what makes it a water bottle sling is this cinch closing system right here. 24-ounce Columbia, 2 3/4 of an inch, fits in there very nicely, cinching on up, very secure. Pro bottle, I believe it's just under 1 liter. This is also 2 3/4, but here's something interesting. The height of the actual bottle sling itself, where it's about 10 inches tall. So if you got a really tall water bottle, this Pro bottle is a little bit taller, it cinches in. Okay, actually we're good here. You can see actually the fabric extends. So this is how the sling is normally worn, but if you carry that taller bottle, this extension right here works very nicely and allows you to safely carry a taller bottle. Let's say you wanna grab a Robiff oolong tea, guys. I'm just telling you, best oolong tea in the game. You get this in Hong Kong, it's like $1, no sugar. It gives you a little bit of a pick-me-up. I drink like 1 liter of this a day. This is a square bottom, which is like 3 1/4 inch. So just to show you though, the sling can handle odd shapes, cinch that into place, very safe. And for the biggest test of all, we've got the 1 liter Yeti. It's a monster. And again, it is staying in there. And it is passing the upside down test with flying colors. Very nicely done. But some things I want to tell you that I noticed when I was using this. If the water bottle is really big and really circular, it makes this back stash pocket a little bit more challenging to use. You can see my hard flat phone now. Okay, it's in there, but now it's not as fun. It's not as much of a good time. I really enjoyed this sling when I was carrying smaller bottles, because then the form of the bag still looked nice, because you gotta look fly when you're on the trail. The cinching effect worked very well, but then the phone sleeve was easy to use. The front zippered pocket, I'll be honest, it's never really easy to use, but the smaller the bottle, the easier this compartment is to access. And yeah, this for me is rocking and rolling, heading up Victoria Peak, fully hydrated, fully prepared for any emergencies, and looking good in the process. Let's talk pros and cons. Pro number 1 is going to be the killer look. It's a beautiful product. Pro number 2 is gonna be all the high quality materials. And pro number 3 for me, you can't go wrong with a lifetime warranty. It just shows the confidence that Able Carry has in their products. But on the flip side, we've got some functional issues in my opinion. Challenges, getting in this front pocket, maybe a little bit of lack of comfort when it came to the actual sling strap, and increasing difficulty depending on how big the water bottle actually got. But that's not a testament of just this product. Really, any vertical water bottle slings will have issues like this. I think they're good in certain cases, but maybe best avoided in other cases. Just depends on what you're looking for. So let's go ahead and wrap this all together and give you my overall scores. But just keep in mind that all these scores are personal, just based on my experience of using this bag. For comfort, I'm gonna actually give it a 3.5 out of 5. Reason being, when I was on my hikes, I would usually wear like a crossbody sling, but then it's like plastered to your chest or your back. It's getting you all sweaty. This felt breezier because of its like messenger-esque way that it's carried. It's on the side here. It wasn't plastered to my body. Could have used a bit more padding here, especially with a heavy water bottle, but more or less I found it pretty comfortable. Value, I'm gonna give it like a 1.5 out of 5. I've looked on Amazon, like there's other bottle holders that are significantly cheaper that might even be more functional. I think that, value isn't the selling point for this thing. It's really nice materials, really nice aesthetic. You just want that Able Carry touch. which I get, not judging. And for my overall score, I'm gonna give it a 2.5 out of 5. Overall, I like the product. I'll probably still use it, but I think there's probably a lot more in the world of water bottle slings that I really wanna sink my teeth into. But it should be noted, if you're still watching this, you might be totally digging this thing. And if so, like, dude, I get it. It's beautiful. It gets the job done. It's got a lifetime warranty. So just a reminder, if you're thinking about making a purchase, we do recommend doing so with the first link in the description, just because that link makes sure you get the best price, and if we have any discount codes, that's what they'll be. But if you're not quite sold, let me give you some alternatives that you might like a little bit better. First up, if you're new to the Nomadization channel, you should definitely check out our leaderboard rankings video. In that video, the whole Nomadization squad gets together and we pick our favorite bags in different bag categories. We don't specifically target water bottle slings in that video, but you can see all our picks for our favorite slings in general. So you can just see what the best options are on the market. I'm going ahead and link that above. Also, in case you didn't know, here at Nomadization, after reviewing thousands of bags almost at this point, I decided to start my own bag brand. It's called Firo. And again, we don't specialize necessarily in water bottle holders, but we've got a killer sling called the Sitta, and it can fit a smaller water bottle. So if you're not sure if you want a designated water bottle sling, or you're just looking into the world of slings in general, you should definitely check out Firo. I'm really proud of what we built over there, and you can learn more at firo.co or with the second link in the description. But if we're close with the able carry, let's talk two alternatives that might get you a little bit closer. My first alternative is going to be the Rework Toshi. Great pick for you if you're looking for that classic cross-body sling, but you wanted to really hold a water bottle and really hold that water bottle well. Rework added external carry straps on the bottom of the sling that when you tighten up, a water bottle is stowed in there like very securely. It's very well done. And my second alternative is gonna be the Topology Bottle Sacoche. This is a great pick for you if you're not kind of looking for an old school crossbody sling, but you don't want this vertical style. Topology is a really interesting brand because they come from a background of rock climbing, and they've made rock climbing gear look super like cool and trendy, but also being functional. And as the name suggests, this bag can perfectly hold a water bottle. It ain't cheap, it is very expensive, but it attacks the problem in a very cool way that works really well as well. Honestly, if you're looking for a small bag to hold a water bottle, there's not a lot of great options out there. These are 3 of the better ones. So if you want to learn more about the 2 alternatives, you can do so by watching these videos here. If you got any questions, be sure to let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Aaron, this is Nomadization, and we'll catch you guys next time.